Sick of the after dinner cleanup? Say goodbye to dishes with my absolute favorite easy peasy one pot pasta dishes. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Taylor from The Girl on Bloor. I'm all about sharing easy meal prep strategies so that you can save time, money, and stress. Pasta and fewer dishes are two of my favorite things, which is why these one pot pasta recipes are a dream come true. They're ready in a flash and save on cleanup time since there's only one pot used in the entire recipe. Plus they're super easy to meal prep so you can freeze them and reheat them when you need something quick and simple. Today we'll be making pasta primavera, creamy Cajun chicken pasta, whole wheat pesto pasta, and orecchiette with sausage and broccoli wrap. Forgive me on the pronunciation on that one. I actually had to Google how to say orecchiette before shooting this video, and let's just say it took me a few times to really nail it. Anyway, hopefully I've got your stomach growling by now. If you're loving how easy these pasta recipes are, I've got even more meal prep recipes in my free 4-week meal plan. The link to sign up is in the description below. Okay, let's dive in. We're going to start by making the pasta primavera, which is made with tons of yummy veggies and a creamy Parmesan sauce. This recipe is super simple and can be made with ingredients that you likely already have on hand at home. It's perfect for winter. Primavera means springtime in Italian, so it'll have you dreaming of warmer days. Let's get started. First, you're going to slice up 1 red onion and mince 4 cloves of garlic. Then you'll grate 3/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese and chop up some parsley for garnish. Now that your prep is done, heat 1 tablespoon of olive oil over medium-high heat in a large pot. Add your sliced red onion and minced garlic to the pot and saute for 1 minute, stirring frequently. Next, add in 1 pound of penne pasta and 4 cups of chicken or vegetable broth. This recipe is super flexible, so you can use pretty much any kind of pasta you like, such as rotini, rigatoni, spaghetti, fettuccine, or mini shells. Bring to a boil and let the mixture simmer for about 10 minutes, stirring often until the penne has almost cooked all the way through. While the penne is cooking, cut up 4 cups of your favorite veggies. I like using broccoli florets, carrots, yellow pepper, zucchini, and frozen peas, but you can use whatever you have on hand. This recipe is a great way to clean out any leftover veggies you may have lying around your fridge. You can use frozen veggies too, just make sure to steam them in the microwave and drain them first so that they crisp better. After the penne has simmered, add all those veggies to the pot. Let everything cook for another 5 minutes and stir frequently until the veggies are tender crisp, making sure nothing sticks to the bottom. Then stir in 1 tablespoon of butter, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, a 1/4 cup of heavy cream, and 3/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese. Toss everything together to coat, remove from heat, spoon into bowls, and dig in. Go ahead and garnish with parsley if you'd like, and enjoy. This pasta primavera is as easy as it is delicious, and the veggies make it a healthier option so you can feel good about eating it. Next, we're going to make creamy Cajun chicken pasta. This recipe is actually a copycat of Chili's famous Cajun chicken pasta, but this one is way lighter on the calories. Instead of 2,640 calories per serving that are in Chili's version, this one has just 420, so you can indulge in creamy deliciousness guilt-free. Start by prepping your ingredients. Dice 2 chicken breasts into 1-inch pieces, then dice 1 yellow onion, mince 4 cloves of garlic, and slice 1 green pepper and 1 red pepper. Finally, chop up a 1/4 cup of cilantro to mix in later. Don't worry, you can leave it out if you don't like cilantro. Once you're done prepping your ingredients, it's time to start cooking. Heat 1 tablespoon of olive oil in a large pot over medium-high heat and saute the chicken for 2 minutes until lightly cooked. Add in the diced yellow onion, minced garlic, 1 teaspoon of Cajun seasoning, half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of pepper. I normally just buy a pre-made blend of Cajun spice from the grocery store, but you can also make your own with equal parts parsley, garlic, cayenne pepper, thyme, paprika, salt, and pepper. Once everything's mixed together, saute for 2 to 3 minutes until tender. Next, stir in 1 can of diced tomatoes and 1 pound of dry pasta. Any medium-sized pasta will work for this recipe. I like using Scooby-Doo, penne, or rotini. Pour in 4 cups of chicken broth, bring it to a boil, then pop on the lid and let it simmer for 10 to 12 minutes until the pasta is al dente. When it's absorbed most of the liquid, remove the lid and stir in the sliced green and red peppers, then pour in 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. The heavy cream is what makes this dish so rich and delicious, and there's so little of it that you won't have to worry about the calories. Everything in moderation. But if you don't have cream on hand, you can substitute for whole or 2% milk. Once you've added the cream, let everything cook for another 2 minutes until the peppers are tender, then remove from heat. Stir in the cilantro if you're using it, then serve and enjoy. And there you have it, a delicious restaurant favorite that you can enjoy in the comfort of your own home with way fewer calories. Our next dish is our whole wheat pesto pasta. This recipe is going to transport you to sunnier days, which makes it the perfect choice for dark winter nights. Serve it with some yummy garlic bread or a nice caprese salad to complete the Italian vibes. First, you're going to prep your ingredients. Dice up 1 pound of chicken breast, then cut up 1 zucchini and 1 summer squash. If you don't have any summer squash, you can cut up 2 zucchinis instead of 1. Dice 4 plum tomatoes, mince 2 cloves of garlic, dice 1 red onion, and then chop up 2 cups of spinach. After you've gotten all your prep work done, you're going to cook 1 pound of whole wheat rotini in boiling water for 10 minutes until the pasta is al dente. When the pasta is finished cooking, reserve half a cup of the pasta water and drain the rest, straining the noodles and setting them aside. Next, you'll cook the chicken. If you want to make this dish vegetarian, you can leave the chicken out altogether and skip this step. You'll also want to make sure that you're using a pesto with vegetarian Parmesan cheese, or make your own pesto without the cheese. Now heat 1 tablespoon of olive oil over medium-high heat in the same pot you cooked the pasta in, then add the chicken, seasoning with salt and pepper, then cook for 5 minutes. Once the chicken's browned, add in the diced plum tomatoes, zucchini, squash, red onion, and minced garlic. Saute all of those delicious veggies together for 2 minutes until they're softened. This is going to make your kitchen smell heavenly. Then add half a cup of jarred pesto, the half cup of reserved pasta water, and the cooked pasta noodles back to the pot and cook for another 2 minutes or so, mixing well to coat. Stir in your chopped spinach to get in your daily dose of vitamin E, remove from the heat, and voila! The perfect one-pot meal that you can enjoy for lunch or dinner, and it's ready in no time. Last but certainly not least is orecchiette with sausage and broccoli rabe. This recipe is made with homemade turkey sausage, but don't get intimidated. It's super easy and the whole thing takes less than 30 minutes to make. First on our list is to prep our ingredients. Mince 4 cloves of garlic, grate 1 cup of Parmesan cheese, grate 1 teaspoon of lemon zest, and then chop up 1 bunch of broccoli rabe, also known as rapini. If you find that the broccoli rabe is too bitter, you can chop up some broccoli or broccolini instead. Asiago and Romano cheese will also go just as well since they have the same tang as the Parmesan. And that's all the prep you have to do. So easy, right? Now that that's done, you're going to cook 1 pound of orecchiette in a large pot of boiling water for 7 to 9 minutes. The orecchiette is part of what makes this recipe so delicious, as the pasta's little ears collect all the flavors, but you can use any kind of pasta you'd like. Mini shells would be a good substitute. While the pasta is cooking, it's time to make your homemade turkey sausage. In a large bowl, mix together 1 pound of ground turkey, 1 tablespoon of fennel seeds, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of pepper. You could throw in some ground thyme, sage, or basil to the mix as well, but make sure not to substitute the fennel, as it's a major key to delicious sausage. If you can't find fennel seeds, you can also use ground fennel. Ground pork can be used in place of ground turkey as well, as long as it's good quality, but the ground turkey is healthier and it cuts down on the calories. After you've mixed all that flavorful goodness together, add the broccoli rabe to the pot of boiling water with the pasta in the last 2 minutes of cooking time, then strain and set aside. If you're planning on freezing this dish, I'd blanch the broccoli rabe first and freeze it separately, or cook it fresh when you're ready to reheat the rest of the dish. Now heat 1 tablespoon of olive oil in the same pot you cooked the orecchiette in, and add your ground turkey mixture, breaking it up with a spoon as it cooks. Let it cook for 5 minutes until browned, then add the minced garlic and saute for 30 seconds until fragrant. Add the cooked pasta and broccoli rabe back to the pot with the ground turkey mixture, then pour in 1 cup of chicken or vegetable broth, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, the lemon zest, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of chili flakes, and your grated Parmesan cheese. If you can't take the heat, you can leave the chili flakes out entirely. Saute everything for another 2 minutes and then you're done. Top it all off with some more chili flakes and Parmesan. You can never have enough cheese, in my opinion. All of these pasta recipes are great for meal prepping and can be frozen and reheated throughout the week. I like to make a big batch of them on the weekends and then heat them up whenever I'm too busy to make dinner or when I'm craving some carbs. I recommend freezing individual serving sizes in airtight glass containers for up to 3 months. When you're ready to eat, reheat on the stovetop or sprinkle some water over top and pop your dish in the microwave for a couple minutes, stirring halfway through. One of my top tips for freezing and reheating pasta is to cook your noodles to just under al dente. That way when you reheat them, you won't have to worry about them being overcooked, because no one likes mushy pasta. And there you have it. These one-pot pasta recipes are all beyond easy to make, save so much time on cleanup, and will satisfy any craving. Plus, they'll definitely impress your friends and family when you have them over for dinner. They'll never know that all it took was 1 pot. Which dish are you going to try first? Comment below and let me know. Looking for more easy meal prep recipes? Sign up for my free 4-week meal plan. You can find the link to that in the description below. If you're loving these easy one-pot pasta recipes and want to see more, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and tag me on Instagram when you get these recipes a try. All right, it's time for me to throw on my sweats, cue up the Netflix, and dig into these delicious pasta bowls. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next video.